Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's Natalie here, the Dear Hairdresser, saying hello. Today I'm doing something that I've been putting off for a really long time, and that is organizing my budget a little bit. If you've been following along on my channel, and even if you haven't, what I do is share tips about how I reorganize my thinking so that I can change my life and kind of be in charge of it. And what I've noticed is that there have been certain things that I have been not paying attention to because they really, really stress me out and they overwhelm me. And then when I let those things build up to a pressure point, they're like knocking on the door and I can't ignore them anymore. And they make my brain scramble a little bit. I think I was talking about that on my last video. So what ended up happening is that I took all this paperwork clutter out of the corners of my home. And upon looking at all of that, I realized that I have some bills I haven't been paying attention to. And they've gotten a little bit high. And there's just a lot. There's a lot to adulting, you know what I mean? There's a lot going on here. So as I'm looking through this paperwork, like last week, I had like a nervous breakdown. That's what happens when I get overwhelmed. It's actually turning into like a physical thing for me. I think I had a panic attack. I couldn't breathe. So when that happens to me, I don't like to give up. I get out my trusty journal and I start writing things down. So what I'm going to do is share with you today about how I've been trying to get all this stuff out of my head and onto paper. And I have it right here. So first, I start with all of the things that are super duper stressing me out. These are all these things that I'm a little bit behind in. And then I start writing down all of the emotions that I feel about that. So what I wrote down was the weight of all of these financial responsibilities is overwhelming, and I'm not able to connect with joy when the stress of managing my life becomes more obvious to me. I'm sure lots of people can relate to that. This makes me feel really ashamed. It makes me feel really ashamed that I have a hard time managing my budget and my business and all of my financial stuff. It makes me feel like a loser, and that like I'm a child, or that I deserve to have these problems. And I know that that's not true. So after I feel all the bad feelings, because you have to kind of get that out of there, I have my little panic attack. I go and look in the mirror and I kind of stare myself in the face and I'm like, you know what, get yourself together. You know, this is your life. You want to be here. You want to be a part of this. You made these problems. You can manage them. So then you have to switch over to the train your brain to get in a better mindset. So here we go. I did a list of what my stressful challenges were then, what they are now, and I went back and I compared. And it turns out I've come a long way, you know? There was a time that I was 6 months behind in my rent. That was like a couple years ago. And I caught up. I caught up on that. And now I'm just trying to catch up on this month since I moved over here. I had my car repossessed a couple years ago also. And now I'm just a little bit late on that. I'm just trying to catch up there. I also didn't have a bedroom for a long time, you know? Now I have a bedroom. There was a time that I didn't get to see my kids for a couple months, you know? Now I get to be with them all the time. There's a lot of things that I've accomplished and done here. And when anyone, it's not about me, when anyone wears a pair of glasses that's only showing them all the things they lack, then you're always gonna feel like a turd, you know? You're never gonna feel really good about yourself. And one of the things that I noticed when I was journaling about why I feel so guilty that I have a hard time managing my money is because I felt really ashamed about that. You know, money is not something people talk about a lot. It's embarrassing for them. You know, it's kind of funny that we live in this society. We're all supposed to pretend that we have tons of money, but most people are running around on credit. You know, I didn't even put that on this list. I'm not in debt. I mean, I owe on my car, but I don't have a mortgage. I don't have a bunch of credit cards. I'm pretty good, you know? So after all of that, I because I gotta, empower myself. So I write, wow, how could I ever see myself as a failure? I'm a badass. This is not easy to do. Living responsibly and taking responsibility for yourself is worth a gold star. So I'm gonna give myself one. Now let's add caring for 2 other people too. I've made great strides, and miracles can happen overnight. It's true, but miracles are also happening every minute of the day. We just don't see them always. Miracles have helped me get where I am today, and they are working all around me and for me right now. So, I don't even know if I can share this. I've noticed that what's more embarrassing to me than sharing my dating life is sharing my financial world with you guys. No, I've been really trying to pay attention and see, do I need a little extra income, like another job? I certainly have time, but then I get nervous about that. I think I need more customers. I don't know. Okay, bye.